The plot to kidnap the governor of Virginia thickens, and now there's more. Brand new today, the feds say some of the same members of the anti-government paramilitary groups also considered abducting the governor of Virginia, Ralph Northam. An FBI agent testified today that the suspects discussed taking the governors because of their coronavirus lockdown orders. As we reported here, investigators say the men plan to snatch Michigan's governor from her vacation home, put her on trial for treason, and incite a civil war. Some of the suspects were there at lockdown protests in Michigan back in April when heavily armed demonstrators stormed the state Capitol building. Before those lockdown protests, President Trump tweeted, "Liberate Michigan" and "Liberate Virginia." Today, Governor Northam said rhetoric like that needs to stop.
When language is used such as to liberate Virginia, people, they find meaning in those words, and thus these things happen, and that's regrettable.
Let's get more. NBC News investigative correspondent Tom Winter now.
Shep, that plot to kidnap the governor of Virginia, Ralph Northam, certainly grabbed a lot of the attention at today's hearing. And it's a detention hearing basically to figure out if they can keep the people that were involved, the 6 people charged in this plot to kidnap Michigan's governor, Gretchen Whitmer, if they can somehow keep them in jail, in custody, pending this trial. And we got new details today about how this investigation really started to unravel. Specifically, the June 6th meeting, which is one of these key meetings that the FBI says they were able to surveil. That happened in Dublin, Ohio, northwest of Columbus, a nice community there where people, according to the FBI agent that testified today, from 4 or 5 different states came together to meet to talk about these plots, talk about COVID-19 restrictions and their concerns and really their anger that they had towards the decisions made by governors in several states. They talked about the plot. They talked about using encrypted messaging apps, how they would use code names for each other's names on those apps, how they would change different apps, thinking that they were trying to outsmart the FBI, which, according to their testimony today, had a confidential informant that kept being moved to all those chats with them. They had a mole in their midst, and they knew nothing about it, Shep.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.